Keep it going. Says teachers to be trained as safety and security ambassadors. Following the launch of the Ministry of Education Safety and Security Ambassadors Program in Region 3 in May, training is set to begin next week in St Ann and Trelawny, which makes up the region. Quote, quote, we are now about to start the implementation of the Safety and Security Ambassador Program by conducting a Safety and Security Train of Trainers workshop, which will be held from September 23 to 26 next week. As they said, the training will occur at all high schools across St Ann and Trelawny. Anissa Wilson Smith, Senior Youth Empowerment Officer in the Minister's Youth and Adolescence Policy Division, told the Gleaner on Wednesday. Wilson Smith said over 200 teachers will be trained over the 4 days, and they in turn will train students to become safety and security ambassadors. The training is set for William Knibb Memorial High School in Martha Brae, Trelawny, on September 23 and 24. Up to 50 teachers from high schools across the parish will be trained each day. Training will then shift to Ferncourt High School in Claremont, St Ann on September 25 and 26, where up to 65 teachers will be trained each day. Training components will include a self-image session, writing safety and security action plan, safety and security implementation plan, bullying and cyberbullying, and human trafficking. The Safety and Security Program is aimed at enabling students and leaders to be actively involved in the process of improving safety and security of themselves, of the stakeholders such students, staff, and visitors in their respective schools. The program was introduced after a proposal that was spurred by a UNICEF report in 2018 that stated in part, quote unquote, the welfare of Jamaicans' children is undermined by the violence that they experience, especially in spaces where there's a reasonable expectation that they'll be safe at school, in the community, and within home, where corporal punishment is still legal. In a climate of high crime and violence and corruption, which they conveniently forgot to include, 68 of every 200,000 Jamaican children are victims of violent crimes. About 65% of students are bullied at school, and 79% of children witness violence in the community or at home. And again, they don't mention the fact that the justice system doesn't do anything to really punish a lot of these offenders, but I won't go into that right now. Ministry of National Security data indicate that 3,671 students were cited for antisocial behavior of varying degrees during the 2012-2013 academic year. The interest of 201 students, the caution of 2,361 others, and the monitoring of 1,109. The program is expected to, among other things, increase pro-social behavior by getting more students enrolled in clubs and other productive activities, have more students displaying positive behaviors, increase academic performance among ambassadors, and enhance their psychological environment. The ministry says the National Safety and Security Ambassadors Program is aimed at mainly at preventing conflicts by some intervention component. All right, that sounds good on paper. And yeah, I know that there are things that they conveniently forgot to exclude, and why a lot of these students are basically have a lot of challenges in their environments. I mean, yeah, what they say is true. I mean, they don't mention that when you have a benign neglect policy where certain areas or certain neighborhoods these poor students have to grow up in don't have proper resources or funding, job opportunities aren't really in abundance, and the ones that are, you get this bullshit pay salaries in many cases. That also contributed a lot to these situations, but they're not going to mention that. But I'm just hoping that this workshop that they're talking about, that this actually leads to better opportunities, because that's what this is really about. We just need to get better opportunities for a lot of our fellow Jamaicans, all right, our fellow black people in diaspora need the right type of opportunities to help them get away, because what this overall says that a lot of the things in this economically have to change. And again, I don't knock these workshops. I just didn't like how they excluded certain things. But again, as long as the people who are participating get some opportunities, and leads them to getting better things, I'm not going to knock it. But we'll see how it goes. All right. For those participating, I'd love to hear feedback if you ever see or respond to this video next week. So this will go into the state of Jamaica and Caribbean. Go and check out my other YouTube pages, Miles Goosen Fern and Miles Productions. Okay.